Hi, I'm Skyler, and I play guitar in Ben Stellar.
I'm Nico, and I play bass in Ben Stellar.
Yeah, it's kind of just a different thing. I feel like playing more intimate shows feels more like a show, I guess, if that makes any sense. Like playing a festival, you can't really see anybody, and it's kind of just this big like wash of people. So it almost feels like you're like I don't know, like practicing even. Like it doesn't feel like an actual thing that people are seeing. It's kind of like bewildering a little bit. But shows, it's like very visceral, and like I feel like shows I kind of prefer because they're all very unique. A crowd could be one way, so you play a little bit differently. But I feel like festivals tends to be like more or less the same. But they've been really fun to play. I mean, this is kind of like our first summer of actually like playing big festivals like that. I mean, we've played some before, but it was, you know, like 11 a.m. to like 20 people. So it's crazy. But yeah, it's been fun. It's been really cool. Yeah.
I would bring my favorite band in New York right now is Hello Mary, so they would for sure be there. Play other New York.
Is this like Alive or Dead or?
No, I feel like every Dead band is definitely bigger than us.
Yeah, that's true. I definitely bring.
Well, no, I guess it could be anyone.
I guess I bring the Cardinals lads again.
Cardinals.
Good friends with them.
Like three more. Like
there's a couple New York bands. I'd have Fuckers play. They're homies. I would have our friends in the band Catcher play. And then
Just Mustard.
And then Just Mustard.
Yeah, that'd be
That's
sick.
our favorite band. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm surprised that people like it. Kind of, I think it was like, making that album was sort of us trying to like experiment with ourselves and push ourselves into making something that like sounds sort of, I guess the word we kept saying was dangerous, or something that like sounded like it was like sort of more aggressive than we usually do, and we wanted it to sound like a scream kind of. And so we knew going into that, because like, you know, we also are like a pop band as well, kind of at our core, so we knew that it'd be a lot more challenging for people than like some of our earlier stuff. But I'm surprised. I don't know. I'm surprised that people liked it. I thought it'd kind of be like, we do this one, we get that out of our systems, and then we'd make the album that like people actually like. But people have gotten on board with this one, and I mean, doesn't sound anything like what we're doing, not like what we're writing now for the next record. So that plan is still the same. But I'm happy people like it. Yeah.
Like I think so. Yes, Sky started with that riff, and then kind of me, Sam, and Sky kind of wrote the song around it, like building off of it. And we liked how like instant it was, and just like how driven it is, and just like how direct and like pumping it is, and like so we're trying to build a song around that, and then like try to balance it out with like a kind of a nice chorus, and like very like building and like almost intimate pre-chorus and stuff like that. But yeah, I think kind of like what Sky was saying is that we're I think at heart more of a pop band, and more just like in the sense we're just like trying to write the best songs possible, and I think I think that one and the two other singles that are coming out with it are like just like kind of a window into us like just writing like fun songs.
Yeah, it's they're sort of, they don't really exist in either world of the album we're writing now and then the album before. They're just like really fun songs that we wanted to put out. So yeah, I'd say like the theme kind of came first for it. I don't really want to talk about what the theme is, but like it became like the Scream. It kind of, that album kind of like we were coming up with the songs, and then like the sort of meaning behind it kind of came along the way. But this one, it was like very obvious like what we wanted to write about, and how we want the aesthetics to appear and everything. So yeah. I mean, yeah, I would say I don't really feel pressure with it. I mean, I don't know. It's like, it's already like, we're very surprised that we have the opportunity to be doing what we're doing now. And like, I think it's sort of, I mean, something that we strove for, but something that we didn't really expect, kind of. So I think there's pressure on ourselves to make a really good second album, but like as far as like external like industry and stuff like that, we don't really care. Like, yeah.
Well, we have a new drummer now, and we're focusing more on, kind of like what I was saying, just like focusing on the songs themselves. So like all the songs now basically start on a more or less like on acoustic, and like I think maybe it's a little bit of the same, but a lot of these songs like are like coming from more of like an acoustic side, and like just have like already a strong verse and chorus, and then now with Gigi, our new drummer, the four of us are able to just like finish the song within like an hour or two, and it's like really it's really motivating just to be able to like have an idea that maybe no one's heard before, like one of us will bring it in, and then like it's just like done, and we have a version of it now, and then like and then being able to just like tinker with it over the next like few weeks and months. It's like very like streamlined and like very like in a good way, like a very collaborative and like immersive way. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of it, a big thing is definitely having a new member. I think the other thing too is we've spent, like, we're, I think a little bit more financially better off now, so we don't need to be working 5 days a week to pay our rent. And so we have a lot more time to actually kind of dig into the record. I'd say those two things are really big factors for it. And I don't know, I think a lot of it too is just like the world and politically. I don't think we've ever necessarily been a super political band, but we've written in the past, but it's sort of inevitable for us now, especially being in the US and
in New York.
And in New York, and there's not really much of like, there's not really an American voice for that right now, at least in like guitar music. So we really kind of want to fill that gap a little bit. I would say those are the things that I've kind of been thinking about.
Not necessarily like being like a political band, but like definitely like
talking about real stuff.
Yeah.
Not talking about our feelings as much. I hope this represents I don't know. I think at any point in the band, I hope it represents like the thing before the other thing. I think the thing that really scares me is the idea of not being in a state of becoming and being there already. So I hope when I look back on it in 5 years, I was like, I wasn't there yet. We weren't there yet, but we were on the way there. And hopefully we're still on the way there in 5 years, but maybe a little bit further along the way there. We'll see.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like always the best shows are like, the bigger cities. Like in US is hard just because it's more spread out, and whereas like here in the UK you can get to like all the big cities within like 5 hours, which is insane because like 5 hours can't even get you to like
one end of Ohio to the other.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But no, we did our first US headline tour like split up in January and May, and I think we were all like so surprised, especially like on the East Coast, like places like Boston and like Toronto, cities like we've been to before, but not necessarily like tried selling out a show, and like the shows were packed, and like people had the merch and people knew the lyrics, and so that was like really fulfilling, and like knowing that we can come back and have a fan base there is like it's like it feels like it's working. Yeah.
I like playing in like the Midwest of the US a lot. I like playing in Chicago a lot. I like playing in Detroit. And in Europe, I really like the north of England. I like Leeds a lot. I like Glasgow a lot. And then, I like playing in Berlin. I thought that was really cool. We played a really cool show in Milan as well. I don't know.
We just played these two shows our own shows in Spain, and those were both like amazing. Because we'd only opened there once before, and like the crowds were like, that was really cool. Yeah, very fun.
Yeah, I think like there's just like honestly, it's whenever people are singing our songs at all that like kind of blows my mind. Yeah,
Surreal.
I think yeah, like the last London show we played was kind of like that. It was
Yeah.
like like
Oh no, the LA show.
The
I
LA
think
show,
that
the
was
London
like we were
show,
all
yeah.
kind of our mind was blown because like LA shows have notoriously for us been just like very muted crowds.
yeah, or
And,
like yeah, and it wasn't just like old dudes, old white guys,
Yeah.
which like it's like yeah,
Yeah,
'cause,
it was like
it's way
kids
more
and,
fun
like-
to play for like kids because they're like it means something to them. It's like
Yeah.
like an old like dude just being like this is like Sonic Youth or
Yeah,
something.
and
you know what I
there
mean?
is
So
a lot of people.
yeah, and they're always in the front, and
Yeah,
like all
yeah.
the kids are in the back who are
Yeah.
actually excited about it. It's like you don't want to bite the hand
Yeah.
that feeds you, but it's also like
Yeah.
let the kids have fun.
Yeah, but that was cool because there was like a lot of kids there who like it was a lot of their like one of their first shows, if not their first show.
Yeah.
They were all like dancing and moving, and it was just like, yeah, it was the most energized crowd we had in LA, so that was really awesome.
Yeah.
Japan.
Yeah,
It
definitely.
literally
Japan.
came up like 20 times yesterday, so that's trying to manifest.
I'd love to
that.
play there. Australia.
Yeah.
Cool.
I watched the movie Kid.
Well, I'd say like with the art and visually, I always really like old '80s punk zines a lot. My dad used to be a music journalist, and he would collect them. And like as a kid, I'd go through them a lot, and I really liked the hand-drawn sort of like mixed media kind of stuff. And so that's like a big inspiration for us. And then I also like a lot of like photography stuff. There's this French photographer called Dolores Marat, who I'm a really big fan of, and like a lot of the sort of pictures on the album and on the album sleeves and everything are inspired by her. Then as far as music goes, I don't know, it kind of changes a lot. I think like I think definitely starting out we were like really like into like Sonic Youth and like noisy New York stuff, but kind of changes. I feel like each of us is different. Sam definitely is like way more into like sort of singer-songwriter like Elliott Smith and Bob Dylan and stuff like that. I like a lot of like sort of early punk stuff like the Birthday Party and stuff like that. And then I don't know, what do you like?
What I don't know. I guess I've had a big folk year, big on folk music this year. So yeah.
Yeah, totally. It'd be really fun to collaborate. I'd really like to do a song with our friend Scarlett in New York. Her name's Scarlett Ray. She's really good, and her voice is really awesome. I feel like it
I'd
would.
love to do like some fashion stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like that would be cool.
Like, what do you mean?
Like that? Do like a clothing collab.
Oh, that would be cool.
Yeah,
That would
like
be really
with some.
cool.
I don't know who
Yeah,
it
yeah.
would be though, or some jewelry. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gucci. Look out.
I thought you meant like. I was gonna say like
Ayahuasca
amusement parks or like because we always say that we're gonna do like a what are they called, like water parks? Like,
Oh yeah.
yeah, we want to do a water park together.
Yeah, would love to go to with the guys to water park.
That'd be fun, like but you know, like school trips, like all of the grade, but it's like all the bands.
Totally. Yeah, that would be sick. That'd be really
fun.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like bungee jumping or something like that. Would be pretty fun. Yeah. Ooh. Favorite flavor. Well, when I'm in the UK, I'll do the prawn cocktail a lot. And it was crazy because I tried it at first and I thought it was like horrible, but then like it got so addicting, and then now they're great. But you can't get them in the US. So if I'm in the US, I'll usually I like anything like kind of pickle, dill vibes.
Dill, pickle,
there's a
Lay's,
Dorito.
yeah.
You guys have Doritos.
The
here.
Doritos
Yeah.
ones are gonna.
There's oh yeah.
Those are crazy. They're a little
yeah.
intense. Yeah.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
great. They're really good.
Zesty.
They rock.
The
They're really
Japanese Lay's flavors are also insane.
Mhm.
Though there's some bodegas in New York that carry those. I tried one
good.
that
Yeah,
was
like fermented shrimp or something.
yeah. I
like
tried
that.
one that was sweet and sour chicken feet, and that honestly was probably the best chip I've ever
That's
had.
awesome.